And we're back. Me and, of course, I am Sir Rhino. Joining me in the booth is Mark, a.k.a. Chibikawaii. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good.
You're not Mark. What is this?
It's fine.
Actually, yeah, you're not funny, so I guess it checks out.
Man.
No, I'm being mean
Always
today.
the
I'm in a
punching
mean
bag.
mood. I don't know what it is. All the bullying going on in the world. But anyways, we've got round 2 of the Turtle Tournament Series coverage coming up right about now. We've got a good matchup here. This is what I come to the ETS for. We've got Man5iac on JPS control, Justice Primal and Shadow living in harmony up against xsipix. I think that's how we pronounce words with X's in them on Felon Control, which is a deck that I have been known to enjoy in the past.
Have you? I don't think I've ever seen you play Phone Control. Yeah. Ever. But yeah, no, I think this should be pretty good. And I know we were talking a little bit before we went live. You were mentioning how xsipix has pimped out his sideboard for this matchup for the control mirror. Get it? Talking about Pet My Ride, exhibit.
Yeah, both players have I get you. We're sipping things. So just the main deck matchups are interesting to begin with, and then once we get to the sideboards, we'll talk about that some once we get there. But yeah, on the Felon Control side, you got straight Felon Control, right? It's nothing super new. The Yeti Pults have been making a splash lately, and I like them a lot. It's just a unit that you can activate to draw 3 cards with. What's not like they're down to 2 Veras, but still going on the Vera package instead of the Celestial Omen Zindel's Gift package that's going in the side. So generally, it's always when you build Felon for a tournament, it's like, which of these top ends do I want to go with? And then you put the other one in the sideboard for the other matchups. The Man5iac's list is really intriguing as well, though. This is a style of control that I've really enjoyed playing since Omens of the Past came out, where you just control the board with Eye of Winter, Harsh Rule, and then your win con is basically Staff of Stories plus Inquisitor Mokdo as an engine. That's your late game finisher, is just Mokdos keep coming back, and Staff of Stories keeps your hand full. And when you combine Mokdo with Wisdom of the Elders and Trailblaze, he achieves his revenge much faster than usual.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of, I know Staff of Stories has not been as popular as of late, but I'm a big fan of the card, and I know it took a bit of a hit back in the day when I got nerfed, but
it was also because Fire got a lot more popular.
True.
Where now that's a bit on the low end, and now we're seeing just mid-range on the rise, and Staff of Stories when it is a deck that can really prey on mid-range decks that lack reach. And Argenport is a deck that doesn't exactly have obliterates in it, unlike something or interact with relics well, whereas things like Praxis mid-range or Stonescar either have obliterates or Shatterglass Mages or whatever. So these other mid-range decks, they weren't great matchups for Staff. So now that it's back to being more Justice-based mid-range, Staff is at least more viable now again.
For sure. All right, so we're waiting for players to get started. They should be getting started soon. How do you feel about 3 Eye of Winners? I've seen 2. 3 seems like
three's going hard. But I can't say I hate it. The card is excellent against Argenport. It basically answers everything but Tavrod, and your deck has 4 Vanquish, 4 Slay, 4 Island's Choice, 2 Valkyrie Enforcer, 2 Steward of the Past, 4 Harsh Rule. I don't think you're lacking on answers to Tavrod. So, the Eye of Winter just cleans up the rest of the mess. It can pop Aegises all over the place, lock down Impending Dooms, yada, yada, yada. This is a deck that is built to just be a nightmare for Argenport. And obviously, it can also just handle a lot of other decks just because it's a pile of card draw, removal, and good things. So I expect Man5iac's going to do well this tournament, already in the 1-0 bracket for this matchup.
For sure.
But I'm real interested to see how it lines up here, because things like Vanquish aren't at its best when your opponent's presenting like Felon Bloodcasters and Steward of the Past. But Eye of Winter can go a long way against Felon too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, popping the Aegis on the Champion of Cunning, actually turning on your Vanquishes at that point seems great. And to be able to stop the Black Sky Harbingers would be great as well. Stops Far in their track. The 4 Islands choice is great here too. One of the things I was a little curious about is the 2 Valkyrie Enforcers. Without there aren't any more on the board. Do you think that's a concession to influence, or you just don't think you need that much silence?
Yeah, and if you want more silence, they at least have 2 bring downs in the side, so it's not like they weren't packing extra silence. And you have the 2 stewards as more silences as well, but only 2 steward main deck is a little surprising. That might be more surprising than just 2 Valkyrie. Yeah. But they didn't want too many units. They wanted to really overload on spells, it looks like. And the top end of, we were talking about how the Feln deck does not have their Omens and Gift main deck. Man5iac does. Man5iac has the main deck as Zindel's Gift. That could be a big deal in game 1, especially xsipix just has a couple of other anemic cards like Withering Witch for this matchup. Although I guess that's pretty cool against Mokdo. There's a lot of fun dances going on in control matchups where it's like certain cards really matter and certain cards don't matter at all. Like xsipix has Lightning Strike in the main deck, and it's just like oof. But then Steward of the Past is an excellent answer to Mokdo, and then Man5iac's got these Vanquishes that blank for a while until Champion of Cunning and Vara show up. So there's lots of funny things going on here.
Yeah. All right. And looks like players are getting underway. xsipix going to be firing off a couple of these Seek powers, not doing anything in the early turns. First real play is going to be with that Steward of Past on turn 4 with their hand as it sits right now.
Yeah, I don't think either player is going to be doing much for a very long time.
You mean the control matchup's not going to have a lot of early turn plays?
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of spells sitting in hand, although Man5iac has that Staff of Stories in hand, so if xsipix doesn't commit the Steward of the Past to the board quickly, that Staff of Stories is going to take over. So
for sure,
Man5iac has I think some better haymakers that he can find sooner in Staff, but it's up to xsipix to find the right pressure, and a double Withering Witch hand is not the kind of pressure you're hoping to find.
This is 3 Seek powers from xsipix. That's well, at least that's some deck thinning right there,
Yeah, I don't think that actually might be a negative thing, but at least your power's decent. Although even if you find a Champion of Cunning, you've only got 3 Primal Sigils so far. I think he ended up using a Seek power to find a Shadow Source, which is generally frowned upon in when you're a Feln control deck against another control deck. You really want all of your Seek powers to get primal sources, because getting Aegis on Champion of Cunning is so important. And here we see the Steward of the Past come out from xsipix.
All right, so that'll slow some stuff down. However, the Slay coming down from Man5iac gonna put an end to that dream.
I'm really interested to see if xsipix just plays out a Withering Witch here.
I almost would have.
The card is not good, and here's Staff, and I think this game it might be, you might be able to call over.
Yeah,
this is going to be very hard for xsipix to catch up on.
I think they potentially can if they hit a power next turn and they're able to activate Felon Bloodcaster, get another power sometime in there, play the Vara, and then hope to start chaining some crazy stuff together. I think that there might be.
Yeah, Man5iac drew a Harsh Rule, and instead of drawing with Bloodcaster, opts to go with the Permafrost hit. I think I would have gone with your draw card line as well, because Man5iac just has to find an answer to this Bloodcaster, but maybe he doesn't. It's true. Yeah, you get a Harsh Rule, so that's a nice. That's kind of a nice win, but also not, because your opponent still has a Staff of Stories in play.
Well, it would have been a lot better had another non-depleted power come off the top, and then you get to Vara, and then you get your Steward of the Past back, or potentially you would Bloodcaster.
You would get Bloodcaster back over Steward. All right, here we're going to see a Bloodcaster activation before swinging. And, Man5iac hasn't found an answer.
Yeah, Man5iac's got nothing in hand too. It's just a whole bunch of power, and I guess that
Vanquish and Island's Choice is what I was talking about. Vanquish and Island's Choice are kind of dead against Feln until their haymakers like Vara and Champion of Cunning come down, and this Bloodcaster sneaking under all of that and getting some work done. xsipix still doesn't have that 5th primal source though. So
here's a question: do you play out the Champion of Cunning just to get the trigger. Just to
I
get the
think
trigger
you
on your.
still do, but man, I think you almost need to be disciplined and wait for that primal source.
Well, the only reason why I'm suggesting playing it, right, is because the odds of Champion of Cunning dying very, very high.
Are we voting for a gift here?
Oh.
There's no Aegis up on xsipix this turn. And there it is.
There we go. And so, and this is kind of why I was thinking that, right? Because like you get champion has to be answered right away. Then you have a 4/5. It's shortening your clock by a whole bunch. And then you can play Vara to get back that Champion of Cunning. Yeah, Yeti Pult not doing a whole lot.
No, Yeti Pult was a better draw than average though, because now you can go champion and Pult. But no, opting to go Vara instead.
Maybe into
to get the Bloodcaster. But Bloodcaster activations are so bad when you have a gift on you.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, you're getting 2 units, but if you go champion and they don't have a Vanquish or a Harsh Rule, you could draw a Primal Sigil and then immediately have like a super resilient unit.
Yeah. I guess they're hoping that they hit another Shadow unit.
A Shadow unit? Yeah.
Oh, well.
Steward silences all the units in the Void, but at least champion is still a 5/5.
Well,
here comes the Vanquish, and now Maniac's kind of in the driver's seat here. Again, Felon Bloodcaster can be activated, but we're not going to see that with a Wisdom in hand, that's for sure.
Yeah. At least with 6 power, they still have the potential of being able to play some.
There's a champion and a Primal Sigil. This is huge, 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 huge. Because now Maniac has the Vera's favor to pop the Aegis, and it'll be interesting to see if xsipix even swings with this Champion of Cunning. You might want to guarantee that these Bloodcasters get pumped one more time before starting to swing with this champion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Swinging into the Island's Choice. Again, we have perfect information. They don't. But now these Bloodcasters can't swing into this Steward. But again, you're against a deck that's playing Harsh Rule. It makes sense to try and pressure before they find that.
Well, and Maniacs had a bunch of cards just sitting in their hand for a long time. You have access to Maniac's list, and you know they're playing for Island's Choice. Like, and getting one other tick is so big, right? Because it actually puts you have 2 Felon Bloodcasters that can actually at least trade for the Steward of the Past.
All right. Vera, of course, what Champion of Cunning lost its Aegis before dying, because that's how it would. That's how it died. But Vera still can get back a 7/5 or a 6/6 here. So those are pretty good bodies against a 3/5, and plus this Vera's not dead either. So that's nice. It can just keep generating value if they just find more Shadow units. Although I don't think xsipix has that many left in the deck. They're only playing 2 Vera's main deck and found both of them this game. As we see.
Ooh.
Okay, Bloodcaster activated. I don't even know if you use the Wisdom here, honestly. But you probably start trucking in at least with this one Vera, as Maniac found an Island's Choice. Ooh, fancy.
I'm trying to. I don't know. I kind of almost just like swinging out. That might be.
No, I think you want to keep that. That's that unsilenced Vera in play. And
okay.
Yeah. Yep. So there's opting to use Island's Choice, wanting to keep that Steward in play.
Now, do we have to worry about any sort of, or does Maniac have to worry about any Channel the Tempest main board from Exhibit? No. Looks like there's
no channels except in the sideboard from xsipix. Again, xsipix has a lot of great stuff in the board for this matchup, but so does Maniac. We'll have a lot to talk about when we get there. But this game's still kind of up in the air. All right, Trailblaze from Maniac. Let's him dig a little more. What is he even looking for at this point? Just like
I think
Rule?
Well, or Mocto, right? Just something in the air.
Yeah, that could do it as well. Like try and turn this around, because Staff of Stories isn't going to do anything. Yep, there's
and it was a Harsh Rule. All right.
Okay, so we're in top deck mode, but xsipix can't hold on to cards, whereas Maniac can. So we'll just see this Shadow Sigil come out here. But again, both of xsipix top end is down. Both Veras are gone. 2 Champions of Cunning gone. So xsipix needs to win this game with 2 Champion of Cunnings left in the 44.
Yeah, but they do have all 4 Blackside Harbingers.
Sure.
Not that's like huge. They still have a Yeti Pult floating around. I think they have
3 Stewards still, maybe something like that.
I think it's all 4, isn't it? I don't think they've played a Steward yet.
They played a Steward very
early.
They did
very early. That's right. That was
so there goes 2 Vera's favor. Maniac's just got a Vanquish. Yeah, I mean, xsipix could just draw a Steward and like go the distance with that theoretically here. Instead, they drew 3 straight Vera's favor. All right.
Well, you're not going to have any power left in your deck.
That actually failed to find a Shadow Sign.
Yeah. Here's the Machta, though.
Run, cowards. All right, here's Harbinger, but Maniac has the Slay in hand.
Yeah, I think that's too little too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, they held on for a while there under the oppressive gift, but the combination of gift plus Steward kind of meant that the Veras weren't quite having the impact they needed to, and neither were the Felon Bloodcasters. And we alluded to the fact that Maniac had that main deck gift and xsipix didn't, and we saw it do a lot of work there.
Yeah. All right, so congratulations to Maniac there, pulling that in. Now we're going to go over to the sideboard. So you seem very excited about these sideboards. So I'll let you do.
Yeah, Zindal's Gift's a really important card post-board.
Yes. Is it?
And now both players can have access to it. In fact, xsipix can have access to 2 of it. But Maniac's got answers to getting gifted. Protect is in the sideboard. That could come in. Vision of Austerity, the new card from the Tale of Horus Traver, can transform Zindal's Gift and never let it be cast again. And then Rain of Frogs for hitting hands. And xsipix has that same thing. Rain of Frogs in the sideboard as well. A Zindal's Gift coming in. A Celestial Omen's going to come in. But really, it's the very bottom of that list of sideboard cards from xsipix. There's a Scourge of Frostholm lurking there.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a card that I've played in my Felon Control sideboards, and this is the exact kind of matchup you love to bring it in with, where they're really light on silences. It's just a big old dragon that costs 10, and it simply reads your opponent can't cast spells.
It's really fun to play against when it's in play.
So you can't vanquish it, you can't slay it, you can't Island Choice it, you can't Harsh Rule it, because those are all spells. It's not going to work. You basically, Maniac needs to keep in Valkyrie Enforcer and use Valkyrie Enforcer to silence it, to unlock the ability to cast spells again.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think Maniac's going to be citing out any of those Valkyrie Enforcers.
No,
they're pretty good against most of what xsipix doing.
But you can't even Celestial Omen for the Enforcers for when the Scourge of Frostholm comes down.
Yes, that is very true.
But so that'll be a fun little thing to see if that actually pops up. There's not many matchups where Scourge of Frostholm's good. Really, it's against like big Stone Scar decks which don't really exist, and like these kind of justice-based control decks that skimp on Valkyrie Enforcers because it just shuts off everything else. So I'm really excited to see if we get to see a Scourge of Frostholm in play. And as far as things that they're bringing out, I talked about how like Lightning Strike's garbage, and there's just some like removal spells. You're just going to start trimming all those things down, like Lightning Storm or whatever, on both ends, and just get in all of these fun little hand disruption and game plan disruption cards.
Let me ask you, because so you did mention Vision of Austerity, right?
Yeah.
So would that be a reason for somebody like xsipix in their sideboard to be playing 2 omens and 1 gift instead of the 2 gifts and 1 omen? It's super niche, right? But like,
I mean, yeah. I think they're just thinking most of the times they're bringing in the Omen package is to just look for gift anyways, so why not just have 2 gifts? I don't think Vision of Austerity really factors into the math at all, though.
Okay.
I do find it a little surprising that xsipix has no backlashes. I don't think either player has any backlashes, but at least Maniac has Island's Choice, so I get it. But it's a little surprising to see no backlashes, instead opting for just like a couple sabotages, 1 of Extract, some feeding times. Like, you only have so many sideboard slots, so sometimes it's hard to find room for those backlashes, but instead you have Scourge of Frostholm to backlash everything. Right?
The lack of even 1 or 2 Islands favors is a little interesting too. Just some way for xsipix to give themselves an Aegis.
Islands favor not quite as important when you don't have it is important for these Zindal's Gift like mirrors, but at the same time, like, there's so many ways to pop that Islands favor thing anyways. It's like kind of just a temporary solution a lot of the time. I really like Island's favor if you're playing Last Word, though. That's where it becomes really important.
Oh, that's very true. Have you been playing around with Last Word? here recently?
Not recently, but that's because I haven't been playing Film Control recently. Again, though, when Fire kind of gets less popular in the metagame, that's when Last Word gets better. Like, it's good against... although Varus Favor is kind of all over the place right now, so it's not the best, but, you know, it's really the anti-com break card.
Yeah, so it looks like players are starting. Man5iac has that Eye of Winter already in hand and plenty of power. They also have an Azendel's Gift with the ability to get 3 Shadow Sources.
Yeah. Man5iac's got the gift in hand, and xsipix essentially has a gift in hand with Celestial Omen. The thing is, though, Celestial Omen can be countered by Island's Choice, and the other crucial thing here is, I guess, well, xsipix was on the play, so that they're going to have first shot at getting a gift down, which will be interesting. Opting to go with Bloodcaster instead of Steward here, which I don't know if I agree with.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because now if you're like using Varus Favor next turn, like you can't play another threat anyways. And I think you want to use Favor to guarantee you curve out into gift.
Yeah. Yeah, Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe. Like, because I just think Bloodcast is a more valuable unit in this matchup than Steward of the Past anyway, so I'd rather my Stewards die than Bloodcasters.
I 100% agree. Like, yeah, it just seems, and it's okay. Well, yeah.
But anyway, Man5iac opted to. The other interesting thing was Man5iac opted to stun this and use Seek Power instead of like use Wisdom of the Elders to keep drawing cards, and I thought that was kind of weird because it's like it's just 2 damage. I think I'd rather draw 2 cards, but so some odd choices coming in here that sound nitpicky, but they add up. These small choices they all add up over the course of a game. Because now, like, they're using Wisdom here, and we see xsipix use Celestial Omen in response, because now Island's Choice is down. And now he has the Azendel's Gift in hand, is going to be able to cast it first.
All right, well...
But basically what's going to happen here is both players are going to discard their hand.
And it's...
and one player is going to have an Eye of Winter in play, and the other one's not. And it's just going to be a noodle fight.
Yeah, well, and had xsipix played...
all right, using Wisdom to dig for...
Protect?
For the Omen. Well, and Protect.
Yeah.
But Vision of Austerity is also something you could dig for here, but doesn't find it, instead returns a gift to xsipix.
Oh, yeah, and this is where your line earlier of playing the Steward of the Past into Felon Bloodcaster and the Favor would have been much better, because this entire time there would have been some 3 points of damage, at least, or 2 points of damage.
Yeah, or Man5iac would have had to take a turn off some point to use like Harsh Rule.
Exactly.
That ended up getting discarded.
So
but yeah, it's.
I guess
we'll see double Steward.
Yeah.
Which is still a pretty good thing, right? Basically, Man5iac, before he discarded his hand, had to play a gift, whereas xsipix got to play 2 units there because they kept hitting power. And xsipix way ahead right now, but a Harsh Rule can turn this one around. Man5iac's still got 3 left in the deck, presumably.
Okay.
Run counter.
There's a Mocto.
All right, and there's a Wisdom. And there's a Vera and a Channel, so those both get discarded. Going with big, awesome, high-impact cards is great until you can't cast them, and then you have to discard them.
Goodbye, friends.
Yeah, I think it is correct to cast Wisdom there, for the record. That was just the worst hits possible off Wisdom. Like, ideally you hit, a power and a champion, and you win the game. Instead you drew 2 8-drops. Channel of the Tempest is not very good when gift is on you, anyways.
All right, let's see what Man5iac draws with his Wisdom here. Just 2 power.
There you go.
2 power was the answer.
That's what you want to see.
Yes,
that's what you want to see. As Mocto comes in for 5, so we're trading 5 damage for 5 damage here. But another Steward.
How do you? Yeah, I don't. I guess he can't actually block, right? Because the Venge gets turned off thanks to all the Stewards.
You would just be blocking Felon Bloodcasters.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it's better to get in for damage while you can. And Slay comes down on a Steward. 1 will get locked down again. And maybe he does want to cut down on this clock. Yeah, doesn't want to trade 5 for 5 anymore. Changes his mind. Bloodcaster activation. Why not? Takes a banner. You got to show off that trophy.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well, actually, I don't. Well, I mean,
you shouldn't give away that information, but come on.
But I mean, it's going to get discarded anyway.
Yeah.
So like, let's get
really...
some. Maybe you cited it in some justice. We don't know. Man5iac doesn't know, right?
Yep. So Wisdom and the banner go away. So Man5iac, if he bothers to check the void, will see that okay, they took a banner. Also, I don't care because their hand's empty. And another slay off the top.
Wow.
Hey, here we go. And now Man5iac can win this race. 5 versus 2.
5. Well, it's yeah. So there's 4 more turns left, and xsipix needs 5 turns.
Yeah, Man5iac is winning this race right now, but we've still got some draw steps to go. Second Eye of Winter is really going to do some work in this racing scenario, and this is what I was talking about.
Yeah,
the gift with the eye could make all the difference.
Whoa,
but Champion of Cunning. All right, that's puts Man5iac in a tough spot.
Let's see what Man5iac drew. Ooh, power not going to do it there. Now, do you?
That's the ball game, folks.
This is
it's not quite over yet.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Ew,
yeah.
Interesting.
No. Because now if xsipix A space is here, Man5iac can just eat the Bloodcaster, go to 1, and then Eye of Winter goes back to locking down both units.
Okay. Yep.
So, xsipix chooses to just not swing at all. So that this way, Bloodcaster can trade with the Mokto.
Mm-hmm.
And then xsipix can try and win the race because Man5iac has no units at play.
Yeah. Man5iac
so well played by both players. They're kind of like...
For sure.
There's a lot of weird combinations of how to use Eye of Winter and how to attack there. And both players, I think, responded appropriately in terms of like, all right, I'm forcing them to take this exact line, and hopefully that buys me enough time to work out. But the champs are here.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, definitely swinging in before I'm playing the second champion.
Yeah, boy. Mokto gets silenced, and Man5iac needs to draw harsh rule.
Well, yeah, because they'd be able to pop the Aegis and then still do it.
Trailblaze. We're digging. Bottom. Ooh. And what do we got? Do we have a harsh rule or a scoop?
No. All right.
A scoop. Oh man, these are fun games where it's just like we're playing off the top of the deck and you're gonna like it. And return.
The old never mind.
These players are just so friendly, just giving each other gifts like that.
I know. It's like Zendel specifically. He's it seems like a very nice guy. Like,
let me tell you,
it's kind of like Santa, right? Like just always making sure everybody's got presents.
One and the same. One and the same. All right. I don't think we'll see too much adjustment of sideboarding. I think players were pretty ready for this. I am sad we didn't see a Scourge at Frostholm, though. I really
I
see that come out. But we've still got one more game to go as we are tied up 1-1. Okay, there is some minor adjustments going on here, it looks like.
I'm still happy about the imagery of Zendel and Santa being the same. It's kind of like if Santa ate Avatar and then shaved off all of his hair too. And started wearing purple instead of, I don't know. There's zero comparison. Never mind. I'm going to stop talking. However, looks like Man5iac is. Did Man5iac leave? No. I guess they opened up their deck with 90. They're going to be reciting. What do you think they're changing up about their sideboard?
I have no idea. I don't know what they did the first time around, but yeah, it looks like they're off it. They were just looking. They were just thinking about what's going on with their lives, but. Like, did I forget to bring in the vision of austerity or something like that? That looks like they've relented and they're hopefully getting this challenge out soon. But
yeah, looks like xsipix is questioning some of their choices. What? Huh? Like you have to assume the feeding times came in probably the Rain of Frogs, the Celestial Element gift we saw, so we know those came in. Channel we saw. Scourge, I don't know what other matchup, like you've been saying, that you would want to bring it in, other than in a Dirtily.
Yeah, and it's not even as much as like what's definitely coming in, but what's definitely coming out, like as well. Where it's just like, all right, the Witch and Storms are out, so that's 7 cards already. You need to find room for, and then the Suffocate's coming out probably because it only hits Steward and Valkyrie Enforcer, so. That's already 8 cards. Azindal's Gift, Channel, Scourge, Celestial Omen, Rain of Frogs. That right there is 8 for 8. Mm-hmm. So then it's like, do I want to try and work in the Sabotage or Feeding Time? Are there things that they're marginal upgrades over? That's sideboarding there. But it looks like this game is underway.
Yeah. Feeding Time, though, seems like such big game, right? Like, it's just straight up answers a Mocto. I mean,
you could swap a Death Strike for it or something.
Sure.
Like, that's fine. But Death Strikes are fast. And you have 4 Stewards that help shut down Mocto anyways, so but here we go.
Ooh.
Felon Bloodcaster is out. Here's a Permy. See, I don't like the Permafrost that much because it's just
it answers Mocto, I guess
but your opponent's playing Harsh Rule. So it
temporarily answers Mocto.
Like, are you really playing 4 Death Strike, 4 or 2 Feeding Time, and 4 Permafrost, or however many? I mean, you can only cut so many cards is probably the thing here. So maybe there's just 2 Permafrost left in the deck, and we just happen to see one of them here.
That's fair. Yeah, because there's a Sabotage. I would imagine that the Permafrost got trimmed.
xsipix does not have double primal yet for this.
No, and Man5iac already has the gift in hand and a Wisdom of the Elders that they're going to be able to fire off at the end of the turn here, digging for a little bit more. They need one more Shadow Influence and 2 more power in general.
Yeah, but Sabotage comes out here from xsipix. Doesn't want to play the Steward here. And has a lot of options. He's looking at an Omen, a Gift, an Island's Choice, a Wisdom, and a Harsh Rule, right? So Man5iac only has 1 gift in their deck. They don't have a second one to get. So, they end up taking the gift and then just plays out the power, and we'll see Wisdom dig further. So xsipix knows he will never receive a gift this game, but Man5iac still has a lot of other ways to win this game.
Yeah, and the second power coming off for Exhibit here, allowing this Wisdom of the Elders to be cast, that'll at least get them closer in card parity. I mean, Man5iac has been hitting all of their power drops and they have a few cards in hand. Yeah. It
was weird that xsipix decided to not swing with Bloodcaster. It's not like he can get hit by Island's Choice.
Yeah.
So, missing out on some chip damage there. But Wisdom came out end of turn, found a Champion of Cunning, but only on double primal. And Channel the Tempest is also super not castable. Mm-hmm. Also notably gets countered. But yeah, sometimes, man, when you play Felon, you never find any banners or seats. It feels bad. It feels real bad. Ooh, grabbing a Protect.
Yeah.
That's real good.
What is that? I mean, like, I think it's just good because Man5iac no longer has it. Like, I'm looking to see, like, what Man5iac is. Or potentially save something from a Harsh Rule.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a second Aegis for, your... Oh, well, Rain of Frogs is going to certainly take out Champion of Cunning here.
Yeah.
That was a good draw for Man5iac.
Yeah, man, especially...
Because if you're Man5iac, you don't really care about the channel. You have Island's Choice, and you don't need Island's Choice anymore to remove Champion of Cunning because you're going to turn Champion of Cunning into a frog.
Yes.
And you also get knowledge about the Protect. So, yeah, there we go. Champion of Cunning is now a frog. And so Man5iac lost a gift, but xsipix lost all of the champions in his deck. And this is really just post board. This always comes down to just
now xsipix has a bunch of frogs. All right.
Yeah. It's like we're just stripping win cons away from each other, and you just end up winning with who knows what.
Whoever decks first just loses.
Yeah, Steward of the Past comes down to try and pressure this Eye of Winter, or tax it, really. He knows Man5iac's got double Harsh Rule, but might end up using the Protect here. And now xsipix, I think, will use it and hope to draw an undepleted Primal Source off the top so he can get Channel the Tempest in here. Although he ripped the Island's Choice already out of hand, so it's not like he was trying to dodge Island's Choice anyways.
Well, this Wisdom of the Elder, not a bad draw.
Yeah, it's a good consolation prize.
So we're gonna get in for 3 here, and I was kind of joking about the frogs, but I actually have beaten the control decks with the frogs. However, having that Black Sky Harbinger in hand, Maniac's already got.
Not sure why xsipix wouldn't just use Wisdom on their own turn. Like now they might miss out on a power drop, and like they could have cast Rain of Frogs last turn. Like that was just.
I agree.
Really poor timing on that Wisdom, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they would have been able to hit both the stewards that are in Maniac's hand.
They still can, as Maniac opted to play Black Sky Harbinger to kill a frog or something. But Rain of Frogs, Steward of the Past isn't what you want to hit with Rain of Frogs.
No, but it's just I guess most value right now, I guess.
Yeah, unless you want to take out the Harsh Rule, honestly, and just not have to worry about that anymore, so you never have to worry about overextending onto this Eye of Winter.
Okay.
But no, he went with the Stewards, took out the Stewards. Because like your opponent still has 2 Harsh Rule left in their deck and an Eye of Winter in play. Like, I don't know, I kind of like the idea of just taking out the Harsh Rule so you never have to worry about them wiping the board again.
I think that's a completely fair point. Yeah, all right, let's see if an Island...
Again, just bad Wisdom of the Elders timing. Like... Just do it on your turn, boys. Just why are you holding it up? You've got all this power to work with. You still have 4 power left over.
It's a fast spell.
Yeah.
I think what they were hoping though is like just in case the channel did get fired off that turn that they draw into an island's choice. But again, they could have done that on their turn and it wouldn't have mattered at all.
Yeah. So it's 10 power xsipix does, so that means you can play Bloodcaster and immediately activate it. Meanwhile, Maniac's got a pair of Mokdos in hand. Those are fun.
However, yeah, but with this, with the Steward of the Past in play, not going to do too terribly much.
There's still 5 high flyers.
Yeah, you still have 1 Permafrost, then you have the Black Sky Harbinger, but you're right, they're the 2 Harsh Rules in hand, so
yeah, here comes one.
Permafrost not going to be a good answer.
Harsh Rule takes out one of these Stewards, and we'll see 1 Mokdo come out here.
Okay, 2 Steward of the Past. So hopefully, I don't like playing both Stewards here.
Yeah, but again, your opponent's got an Eye of Winter. Are you going to play double Steward or Steward and Harbinger? I think I do like Steward and Harbinger more.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like Steward is so good. Like you've already, if I'm sitting in an exhibit, right, I've already had a number of my my champion's already gone, which is one of my best win conditions. So like, and now Maniac still has their win condition, so I would rather, I don't know, it just seems like Stewart's pretty important in this matchup. This is definitely should force the Harsh Rule though.
Yeah, we see the Trailblaze come out, bottoms, and only finds another power. And yeah, I'm guessing that we are going to see Harsh Rule here. It's like, yeah, this Mokdo gets silenced, but at least your next one won't. Kind of a misplay to play your shiny one out first in this scenario, almost. Like, you really want your shiny one to go the distance. Oh, but no.
I
agree. Okay. Sure, it's important to stun that Steward first.
It's like,
who cares
I got
about
power. I'm
bluffing fast spells? Not I. All right. Do you think xsipix actually plays Wisdom of the Elder on their turn?
They have to, right? You have 12 power. You have 12 power.
They're playing power first.
You could literally play everything in your deck except for Scourge of Frosthelm.
Drawing last, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
I can't say I agree with that because I haven't agreed with it yet.
Because like, what if you draw like Gift there,
or another Rain of Frogs, and then you actually get to hit Mokdo?
Oh my god, yeah, that would be really good. Hey,
Destiny Frog, Vera's favor. I mean, they didn't. But okay, there's a Permafrost.
Well, okay.
Your opponent has 1 Harsh Rule left in the deck, so
they're
you play assuming they never draw it.
They're at 7. They're at 6.
I wonder if there was a reason to use Vera's favor there. If you should have held it. I'm trying to think. They have frogs as well.
Yeah.
They don't have any Aegises to pop though.
But you know that you're drawing Black Sky Harbinger off the top.
But that's still not lethal.
That's not why. Yet. Well, but it answers the frogs, is what I'm.
Man, Maniac drew staff, but didn't want to play it yet. Didn't want to gain that life just yet. Vera's favor kills a frog. Ooh, xsipix held Harbinger. Your opponent has 1 Harsh Rule left in the deck.
Huh.
And there's Omen. So
they will be able to answer staff here. So.
Yeah, staff goes down. So let's see. What are we omening for though? Because all of your champions are gone. You definitely don't omen. Oh my god! Now they could have drawn Island's Choice. Although I guess if they draw Island's Choice, you win. So that's okay.
Well, I was looking. Maybe
Silence.
Maybe you go for Yeti Bolt because you don't have to worry about getting gifted at all.
Well, now you just omen for removal.
Well, yeah.
And win because your Black Star Harbinger is going to get unstunned. So yeah, holding Omen there was correct because if they drew Island's Choice, you won. So that's like they did basically have to draw Wisdom into Choice plus something to get punished for holding Omen. So I like that there just to get more info. Yeah. And wow.
Exhibit pulls it out.
Some tough plays. That is not an easy matchup on either end. So I know it sounds like we were critical, but it's just because I'm very passionate about my control play. But yeah, xsipix pulls it out. No need for gifts that game on either end. Although Sabotage, the silent helper that game.
Very much so. And I'm not gonna lie though, I still had a lot of fun game too. just what can we top deck? What can we rip off the top? So we're checking on additional games here. That game took a little bit, so I doubt we'll have a backup. But,
that was the last match of the round. So awesome. Not too shocking. The gift mirror essentially going to end everything. So yeah, we'll get back to more action in the next round. Probably less of Zindel's gift coming, but that's okay. We got our fill of it so far.
Yeah. So all right. Well, awesome. Then yeah, we're gonna cut to some videos, and we will see you guys back here soon.